They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins now to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
He's checking, he's rolling.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Check. Check it back, protect it. Lucky 50. Yellow.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. A little 360. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie 2nd rounder from Penn State. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Go. Shorty. 120.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 3rd down gain of 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wentz now to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Mike, back man. You can't block me.
On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An Eagle 1st down, Wentz to Ertz. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Wentz to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now Wentz. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good... And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Carson Wentz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive... I mean, remember we talked with the offensive line, and one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me. Often that opens up enough space for him to go.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Run.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Gun.
On 2nd down, it's Cook looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hey, no, easy.
51 the mic, boy, 51. Here we go, G.
Hey, wahoo.
51, Mike, 51.
Rip left.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
49-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins now. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, we're good. Hey, Haywood. Mike 51.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They try again with Cook. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Wide. 58, come on. Leave it. Bring up 48. Recon, 132 fighter.
Third and goal for Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Bailey's kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Deshaun Jackson, 83 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points. Stephon Diggs! And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs! His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
The score, Eagles 20, Vikings 17.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wentz going to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go. Waiting. 54 Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First down, Eagles.
Sunday. I got you.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Great.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Alshon Jeffrey. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Zebra. 53 is the mic. I got it. Let's 50.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 22-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Sproles. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
It's taken to the 26. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Cousins on 1st down. Throw left side on target to Thielen.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 3, check. Rhino!
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Lucky 48. Switch. Gun. Bird.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Gun. Motion, check. Shift. 51.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Kill. Good route here. Gun.
Throwing, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point try by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check. Hey, Lou.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Wentz on the draw leaves it for Sanders. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Crossing route complete. It's Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. Running with Howard. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Hey, empty. It's 74, 74.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Yellow.
Now Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Play action. Now Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gun. Hey, Mike, 51. Through. 51's the Mike. 50. Hey, exit. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. 51 the Mike, boy. 51.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Cousins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Cousins the thrower. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Crunch time, defense.
Four yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Philadelphia.
Here we go. 280!
Watch the curl,
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
120!
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll look to get...
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. One, they do it.